Biker Dads brought to you by Garza Law, Thunder Roads Magazine of Tennessee and Kentucky, and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
My name is Chris Best, and I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell stories. And I gotta tell you, this time I am just tripping. I'm psyched about where we are. We are in New Orleans, Louisiana, but more specific, that is cemetery number 1 here in New Orleans. And if you are a real biker, you should really know what that means. This is where the iconic scene in Easy Rider was filmed. And today we had a great day that was big and easy. We start this episode of the Biker Dad Show here in New Orleans with a motorcycle mecca. Let's roll. On this episode of Biker Dad. A biker dad in Wisconsin with a cool ride. The motorcycle, the sidecar, and the little man who comes along for it all.
I'll always remember me and my papa riding this.
Then running with the devil. The bike of the week is the Harley Davidson Diablo, and it's the hottest thing they've ever made. And I found a little family business that's pretty amazing. Part of the reason is because it involves 2 of my favorite things, motorcycles and coffee. But first, Big Easy Rider. We're in New Orleans for one of the most iconic scenes of one of the most iconic motorcycle movies ever. Have you ever sat at your job and thought, what if I just got up and left? Tell that horrible boss to take this job and shove it. Have you ever wanted to just walk out? What about burnout? Well, that's exactly what I did, but I didn't just quit. I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell your story. Daytona Beach, Florida, where you can actually drive onto the beach. Rick Fairless, a legend of his own, introduced me to Richard Rollins, Mayfield, Kentucky, Southeast Missouri, beautiful city of Knoxville, Tennessee, Gulf Coast of Mississippi, Florida coast in the Tampa Bay area, Orange County Choppers, Roadhouse and Museum, talking to Paul Tuttle Sr. himself. But make no mistake, this is not a show about motorcycles or even about me. Instead, I travel across the country to meet the people who use their passion for motorcycles to make their communities stronger, safer, and better. This is Biker Dad. Now, a Biker Dad road trip. St. Louis' #1 cemetery here in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's really important to me personally because it's part of a pivotal scene and the biggest biker movie of all time, Easy Rider. One of the most historic places in one of America's most historic cities. The cemetery has been in operation since 1789. Its haunted history includes the grave of the Voodoo Queen.
What's going on, guys? My name is Ed, and I am the lead investigator for Ghost and Grub. So Ghost and Grub, I love to cook, I love to eat food, and I love the paranormal. One thing that I've seen across the United States is that there's a lot of haunted restaurants out there, and there's a lot of areas that that don't have restaurants, but people still want to see these areas and they still want to eat somewhere, right? So we want to be able to bring the haunting to the average Joe that doesn't have a team, and show them where they can eat and enjoy the sights and the sounds around it while getting ready for an investigation or going to go check something out. The history is par none, and the food is amazing. From Bourbon Street all the way left and right of it, you've got miles and miles of authentic Haitian food. And if you're here for the hauntings, well, this place is not going to disappoint.
Hundreds of thousands of people come here every year. Some to visit the Voodoo Queen, some their own family members, and still others make the trek on 2 wheels to visit the spot of one of the most iconic motorcycle moments in all of movie history. I can't afford to show you the scenes or even still photos from that movie, Easy Rider, but if you've seen the movie, you can see it in your head right now.
So when you come to a place like this where they've been burying people for over 300 years, what do you think the chances of there being some kind of paranormal thing going on here?
It's like throw a rock out here and it's haunted. There's a massive amount of respect for the graveyards here. You know, you don't want to decimate or desecrate them in any way, shape, or form when you're investigating. You also find out that the burial rituals here are very unique, where a lot of the bodies that went into the mausoleums were actually not ever embalmed because those mausoleums get up to 400 degrees during the summertime, turn to ashes, they put them on the bottom, and then friends or family are then placed on top that passed away. So you're potentially looking at 20, 30, 40, even more bodies in one mausoleum here.
Yeah, so that's what's interesting about this is it's only a square acre, but
Yeah.
there's thousands of people who are buried here, and that's why.
Exactly how that works.
And it ain't easy seeing the spot where Easy Rider was filmed. The cemeteries are owned by the Catholic Archdiocese, and because of vandalism and other reasons, you can only get inside if you pay for a tour, and those run about $40. We couldn't even get on a tour the day we visited, but thankfully we had a drone to come along with us.
Well, you should come to New Orleans and check out the culture here. It is amazing. Yeah, the city has its problems, but it has a soul too that you cannot deny. Look past the trash, look past the problems with the homeless and the crime, and see the beauty and culture, and check out the food too. It's just incredible.
This is Biker Dad.
My name is Joe Demeray. I'm from Beaver Springs, Louisiana. It's just a battle chair. That's what we call it now. It's like the John Wick of recliners. I got a chair from after a flood, and I got a wheelchair when father-in-law passed away. So just melded them together and turned to a showstopper. The gun's just for show for the battleship.
You don't normally have the guns on there?
No, normally this is the first time I ever put them on and made them just for this show.
How have people been reacting to this thing?
Oh, they love it. It's crazy.
It is crazy. How do you make the flamethrower work?
It's all propane powered. That's what's in the tank on the back.
Cool. We're at the Barber Vintage Motorcycle Festival where it's family friendly, and I found a little family business that's pretty amazing. Part of the reason is because it involves two of my favorite things, motorcycles and coffee. Guy, come on. My name's Andy Myers, and who are you?
Danielle K. Sky Myers.
Doing motorcycles and coffee. We're a motorcycle family. We've been doing this since we were kids. That's all we do is motorcycles. I ride all over the world. I ride dirt bikes, backcountry, motorcycles, any kind of bike, anything from a Vespa to a Harley, I don't care what it is. Been designing and making clothes for motorcyclists since I was a kid. literally a kid. And I'm 53 now, and this was a dream of mine, is just to put together great music, great coffee, and just talk about motorcycles till the end of my days, and this is what I'm going to do. I love motorcycles and coffee because I don't like drinking and riding. I'm not a big proponent of that, so I've never been heavy into that. Lost a good friend, Jesse Rook. His picture's up there, and well, his memorial statue is up there, and he died drinking and riding, and that pretty much set me over the top for doing this project. And I was like, there's definitely an opportunity here for all of us. And there's a lot of, it's amazing how many people appreciate what we're doing. Oh man, these kids go everywhere. We're a huge off-road family. Anything to do with motorcycles or off-roading we do. We race Baja, and the kids go with me. They go all the way from Ensenada, Mexico to Cabo. Mom drives the van, and it's our chase van. It's a giant overland van, and they chase all the way down while I race. It's a 1,400-mile race that we do, 1,400, just depends on the year and the route. Kids go with me everywhere. So this past summer, we did 2-lane highways all the way to upstate New York from Arizona. And then they hung out with me at Americade. And then we went all through Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, the Cabot Trail. Came back and we all went straight to Vintage Days in Ohio. Then we went straight from there to Sturgis. I'm an old dad. This is the only chance I get to be with them. I don't know how many days I got left. I'm relatively fit and healthy, but you never know, right? So I want to spend every minute I can with my kids, so I drag them everywhere.
Hi there, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. I'm just here to let you know that myself and the hundreds of thousands of people who follow us on social media and watch the TV show are here to help. Do you need help with something? Give me a call. That's my number right there, 251-402-6392. Especially if you need legal help, I have an army of lawyers across the country who can help you with injuries after motorcycle crashes especially, but other stuff like crime and everything else too. So give me a call, 251-402-6392.
I had a flat tire. Well, the local authorities proceeded to ask me some questions that led to my arrest. I was exonerated. I would contribute that to Mr. Garza and his staff's efforts in seeing this through.
The Garza Law Firm, let us help.
Hey, if you see us wearing this stuff here on the Biker Dad TV show and you think, oh, that's cool, I'd kind of like some of that, well, you can get it. Just go to tvbikerdad.com and click on the shop at the top of the page. We got everything from coffee cups, t-shirts, and a whole lot more. It's tvbikerdad.com. You know, you can't talk about motorcycles in East Tennessee without talking about biker rags on South Clinton Highway. My friend April Violet said I just had to meet Jeff and Pam. They've been gearing up riders and supporting the motorcycle community since Nirvana was #1 on the charts. Come check out Biker Rags for gear, apparel, and the beautiful vintage bikes in the basement. You can even touch them. Check out their free swap meet too. Schedule at bikerrags.com. Biker Dads brought to you by Garza Law, Thunder Roads Magazine of Tennessee and Kentucky, and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
Community loves to be involved in the community. He found this opportunity at Fish and tried to end hunger here in Knoxville. But Marcus Garza would be the first person I would call, and that would be the person I would hire.
The Garza Law Firm, let us help.
Hey everybody, April Violet here, Miss Heels on Wheels from Knoxville, Tennessee, and you're watching Biker Dad TV.
Now here's the Biker Dad Bike of the Week. Our bike of the week, if you've been watching the Biker Dad show, you know already that I think the new Lowrider ST is maybe the coolest Harley Davidson ever built, and this is probably the coolest of the coolest. El Diablo. Duncan with Harley Davidson's here to tell us about this special edition of the Bike of the Week.
This one is a bit different to the standard grey and the black one. This one comes with the Rockford Fosgate sound system already in. It's got the 117 motor, it's blacked out, it's colour matched saddlebags. It's probably the nicest ST, in my opinion.
So this is number
1209 out of 1500. There's not many of them left around.
So you got the 117 in it and the Rockford Fosgate stereo on that basically FXR fairing there. But it's really the paint that sets this off. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, as I say, this is a limited edition. There's only 1,500 of them. As I say, you look at the thing, it's the El Diablo, it's got the horns in the Harley. It's got the devil's tail in the bottom. It's probably one of the nicest paint jobs Harley does at the moment.
And it's almost like three-dimensional. It's deep.
If it's something you guys are interested in, this is under the Icons edition. Come in and see me.
Yeah, you know, likely this bike is already going to be gone before this video airs, but come down and ask to see the bike of the week, and I'll give you a free Biker Dad sticker. And if this one's still here, you'll be lucky. Come and take it for a ride. And if they don't have this one here when you get here, they can find you one if it's not sold somewhere else out in the world. And or you know, you can just buy the regular one and have it painted.
Yeah, we've had people come, we had a guy from Pensacola said to get one, so there's not many of them left.
It's a beautiful bike. I want this one, but almost every bike that I see in here.
I've got paintwork over there.
Yeah, well, just don't tell your mom, Allie.
Our Back on 2 segment is brought to you by Garza Law and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
Tomko, the marketing manager over at Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson. So today we're doing a poker run for Tyler. Tyler is a beloved member of our team. He's been around here for years. He's had several different job positions, so I'm sure if you've come into our store at some point you've seen him. When he got into his accident in September, he was one of our technicians, and we're just trying to help him get back on his feet. He's made a miraculous recovery at this point, but he has a lot of medical bills, and he's still has months, maybe even years of therapy that he's going to have to go through. So we're just trying to help him until we can get him back to work and get his life back to normal.
My name is Tyler Conrad. I'm a 27 years old, can talk, and I work here at Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson as a service technician. Got into an accident a couple months ago on my bike on the way home, and got a lot of surgery done on the leg, a little bit on the hands, but we're on crutches now and we're moving around, so it's getting better every day. And I just want to thank everybody that's participating today for everything. All the support everybody's been given, and just the community itself coming together and helping me out has been tremendous, and I appreciate it. She turned left out in front of me and I collided into her passenger side door. The right side took the brunt of it. The bike's gone, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is, and I'm still on this side of the dirt, so that's all I can that's all I can be thankful for. Having been self-sufficient for my entire life, for most of my life, and having to rely on other people so much, but it's a very humbling experience. It made me realize the important people and the important things in life, and my girlfriend has been by my side day and night ever since.
You know, we kind of joke that we spend more time with each other than we do our own families. So we are just a big family.
Hey, everybody that's here today, I just want to thank all of y'all from the bottom of my heart, because I'm not real good at taking charity, but I appreciate just the community, everybody coming out and doing what y'all did today. And yeah, I'm real good at speeches, so thank you guys. Hey, we've always had a strong community here, and then the motorcycle community, the Harley community in and of itself is just a wonderful community. Everybody, as soon as somebody hears that somebody they know went down, everybody's on top of it to try to help out and do what they can, no matter what it is, no matter how small or how big of a deed it is. And to me, that's what motorcycles are all about, is the brotherhood and the camaraderie and the community that comes with it. And I'm starting to choke up, so I'm gonna stop talking. It's been a hell of a ride, but we're almost to the finish line, so you just got to keep your head up.
I was riding a motorcycle. Out of nowhere came a car at the intersection, and I basically just remember a blur in the noise. Basically just thankful I was still alive. After working with the firm, they have more than exceeded our expectations. Answered every question, no matter what, and kept our minds at ease, and we knew everything was going to be okay.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Now, this week's Biker Dad Tech Tip.
Hi, I'm Neil Cater from Mobile Bay Harley Davidson. We talk a lot about go, and this one's all about show. Currently, so we've chromed out the wheels, front and rear. A couple little goodies here and there, and my favorite part, this eye-catching thing, is the lighted floorboards. Look here. It catches the eye, especially at a bike night or anything. And just plus you can match them to whatever outfit you're wearing too. I love the little things like that. Chrome wheels. These were factory chrome wheels. We did the aggressive type in the front. Willie Shiny and a few other companies have an exchange program. This one has the chrome forks on the way. So we're going to go chrome head to toe. Chrome and black, keeping it kind of basic. So there's all the LED lights and everything that you need. We've even flashed this one for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Like you have a lot of show, and you can have some sounds too. And that's this week's tech tip. I'll check in with you next week.
The reason you wouldn't try to handle a motor vehicle accident on your own is because the goal of an insurance adjuster is to pay as little of the company's money as possible. Once a person obtains an attorney, the other side then knows that they cannot be taken advantage of. At the Garza Law Firm, after your motor vehicle accident, we want to meet with you as soon as possible. We're here to shoulder your burdens while we maximize your recovery.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
This past summer, riding from the Chicago area with the War Dogs charity riders to southern Wisconsin. The ride was to provide veterans and first responders with therapy dogs, and it was an awesome story I brought to you earlier on the Biker Dad TV show. On the road, I ran into another really cool story about a grandpa, his sidecar, and the little man who goes along for every ride.
My name is Bob Abenati. This bike is a 2003 Heritage Springer. It was built by a gentleman by the name of Dave DePore from DePore Cycles. He's in Lake Villa, Illinois. The sidecar is a Liberty sidecar from Seattle, Washington. Being a 2003, this was a special paint kit that came out in 2003 in the anniversary year. And so the tins were bought, and the paint job obviously was matched with the sidecar as well. I've got my grandson here with me, and I've always had a passion for riding motorcycles, and I wanted him to be able to enjoy riding as well. So he's been riding with me ever since he was a little guy, and he's 7 years old now. So I take him everywhere we go.
He takes me everywhere, and he buys like dirt bikes for me, like a lot of stuff.
So are you gonna ride Harley Davidsons when you grow up?
Yeah.
It feels good. It feels real good. Just, particularly like for an event like today, trying to show the youth of America about, our country and our freedoms that are survived by our fallen soldiers, and what this event represents is just awesome. People gathering together, bikers gathering together to help the cause of some of our soldiers coming back that need help. Special, I try to instill that into him every holiday that there is, all the time when we see guys fighting for our country. We definitely appreciate that.
You get to listen to music, and it's like fun having the wind, and you get to sleep under here.
You get to sleep under there?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You just fall asleep on the bike sometimes?
Yeah.
What kind of Harley do you want to ride?
I think this one. Because I'll always remember me and my papa riding this.
My background really comes from social work and serving people. That is where my strengths lie. And because of that, I think I've naturally gravitated towards personal injury law, because you get to help people. I think anytime you can take someone's burdens with respect to your bills, with respect to the insurance company, preserving witness statements at the scene, and a lot of other things that people may not think about or know to think about. Not only is it rewarding, but it's good for them and it's good for their family as well.
I had to stop to make a left-hand turn. There was another woman, lost control of her motorcycle, came into the oncoming traffic lane, and she basically T-boned me, crushed the perineal nerve in my left leg, which left me with a numb left leg. I was very passionate about my motorcycles. I've ridden them since I was 6, 8 years old. I was told I could no longer ride a motorcycle. I can't think of anything that it did not affect in my life. We're even selling our home at 23 years because I still have a hard time going up and down the stairs. The insurance adjuster made all kinds of promises to me. Stupidly, I trusted her. The closer it got, the more I realized that that was not the case, that she had just been leading me along. And so I called Marcos. His representation was constant. I always knew that he would take me where I needed to go. They didn't do the right thing. Marcos made them do the right thing.
Insurance companies are beholden to their shareholders or the CEO, and they're beholden to maximizing profit. Those goals will never be congruent with the person who's harmed on the other side of the table. And so, if you hire this firm, what you've ensured is that you have someone that is beholden to you and only you. We have an in-house investigator, and what that allows us to do is that we can immediately put somebody at the scene of the accident collecting evidence before it is lost, people forget, or memories fade. And I think that gives us a competitive advantage with handling a case. One of the most important things in hiring a firm is hiring a team of folks who is willing to go to trial in order to get the best outcome for you. We care about maximizing your recovery and taking whatever burden and load off from your shoulders we can.
I probably would have got nothing. Marcos is just a genuine good person, a kind individual, and concerned about the people that he represents.
That's it for this week's episode of the Biker Dad TV show here in New Orleans at Motorcycle History, the scene where they shot Easy Rider here in New Orleans. We'll be right back here in the same place next week. Please tune into the Biker Dad TV show. Follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, TikTok, all those things. Please just @TV Biker Dad. And until next time, please look twice for motorcycles.